2 weeks ago, we lamented that the Super Eagles were without a coach. The AFCON qualifying matches were fast approaching. And then yesterday, the NFF decided to hear our cry and appointed Bruno Labbadia, a German, as the NFF new coach to replace Finidi George. This appointment somehow is supposed to be greeted with some celebrations, some positive remarks from either the fans or the NFF officials. But from what I've seen so far, it's been greeted rather with some controversies, some negative comments. From some part of the NFF officials, they are of the opinion that all of them did not agree to this guy's appointment. According to some of these officials, they say that it was just a unilateral decision by the NFF President Ibrahim Gusau and the Sports Minister John Eno, that many of them did not approve of this man's appointment, and the people that have been, promoting this man to the Super Eagles, the likes of JJ Okocha, who played alongside Labbadia in Eintracht Frankfurt as footballers in Germany. And I went to Twitter yesterday. I saw so many comments. Nigerians were so angry. They were trying to analyze this man and the possibility of him taking the Super Eagles to the permanent site. And on my own, I decided to, read up about this man and see why many controversies are coming up to his name. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to read out the things I found out on this Bruno Labbadia guy, so that all of us can reason together as the fans of the Super Eagles. So, as a footballer, he has only played in Germany. He has played for top clubs, top German clubs like Bayern Munich, where he won the Bundesliga title in 1994. And then talking about coaching, we are trying to look at his CV as a coach because he's just been appointed to coach the Super Eagles. So looking at his profile as a coach, he has managed several Bundesliga clubs, like Bayern Leverkusen, Hertha Berlin, VfB Stuttgart, and Hamburg SV. In all of these things, what I could only see is that he gained vast coaching experience in managing these clubs. I never saw anywhere where it's written that he won any cup with these clubs. That means that he has coached some clubs in Germany, but has not won anything at all in the German league or in Germany, where he coached some of these clubs. And now this man has been appointed to lead the Super Eagles. The only trophy he has in his cabinet are the two major trophies he won as a player, which is the DFB Pokal in 1989 and with FC something, I can't mention the name, and then the Bundesliga he won in 1993-1994 with FC Bayern Munich. All these things he won as a player and not a coach. Now this guy has been appointed by Ibrahim Gusau and Solomon and John Eno as the Super Eagles coach. Now, one would think that when Finidi George was sacked, they were going to get a very good coach, somebody that we can all be happy that we have a coach. But I don't know what is happening. But then we may just have been introduced to somebody that may not even do up to what Finidi George did as a coach. The Super Eagles as a team is filled with lots of top players from different clubs. But you notice that whenever they come to the national team, they do not replicate what they do in their different clubs. This is because the NFF, the national team, keeps giving them an average coach, or sometimes people that are below average. So how do you expect these top stars, in quotes, to replicate what they do in their different clubs? How do you expect them to do all of these things when they have these below average coaches to coach them? So I just started to check these things on my own to see why there has been lots of controversies. There have been lots of complaints from fans and some of the NFL officials and just like what I said, this is what I found out about this guy. And personally, I think this is not something to write home about. This is not something for anybody to be happy about, because we have Benin Republic and Rwanda to play in this September for the AFCON qualifiers. And of course, the World Cup qualifying games is still there, and other matches that the Super Eagles are expected to play or expected to do well in. But truth is, I do not see the Super Eagles getting any positive results or any positive response from this appointment. You know, for you to coach a team as big as the Super Eagles, you have to show something you've done. You have to show us your CV. But it's obvious that this man's CV lacks nothing. This man's CV is empty. His CV is nothing to write home about. But somehow, I don't think I've heard anything like the name before. I've never heard it before. I've been following the Bundesliga game. I've heard of so many other coaches, but I don't think I've heard anything about this man. But this is the man that we have now as the Super Eagles coach. So in few days, we are going to play Rwanda and Benin Republic. Let's just not cancel him yet. Maybe when he plays those two matches, we'll see if he's somebody that we should be happy about or somebody that all of us should start crying about. But until then, we have a new coach, and his name is Bruno Labbadia. So I would advise you cease canceling him, you cease calling NFF names and, you know, shouting on top of your voice that NFF blah, blah, blah. Let's just wait and see what happens when he plays these two countries, Benin Republic and Rwanda. Maybe when he qualifies us for the AFCON, then we can now analyze his playing pattern or what. He's just analyze his appointment by then. But for now, we have a coach, and that is Bruno Labbadia. Thank you, guys.